Hello, everyone. This is the 22nd episode of the Tsu-calm-i podcast with Donna and Eszter. And today we are going to talk about how to be brave enough to be open with others. You know, it's springtime and flowers are blooming and trees are getting bigger. And we thought we as people getting more open, or we could get more open and real with each other. But sometimes that's a problem, or that can be a problem. So we thought, let's grab this topic and talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, do you mean like not being completely real with people?
Yeah.
And I don't think it could be in a bad way. I'll give you an example. I've got an example.
Okay.
So
Hit me.
we record these podcasts, and I haven't been very well. I've had like
Yeah,
a
this
cold
week.
this
Yeah.
week. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you really wanted to record
Mhm.
it. I think it was you were free on Monday and you were free on Tuesday,
And Sunday,
and
yay.
Sunday, and I was just like, I really don't feel well. And then I think when it got to like Tuesday, and I was like, I should show up and do this. I should, it's like something.
Yeah, it's time. Like it cannot pass much time till you
Yeah,
do
and I
it.
really didn't.
Sooner.
I had no energy. I had no energy.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to let you down. If I'm really, I thought I've got to do it for Eszter. I've got to, it's like
Yeah,
it's
that can be, a noble goal, but not necessarily always a wise one, right?
yeah. And then I had to, and I felt really bad saying, because I know how excited you like. We do get excited at doing recording these podcasts,
Yeah,
and
we like to do it.
we like to
That's
do
why
it,
we do it.
and we both learn from it as well.
Mhm.
And then I just messaged you, and I just said, I really can't, I can't do it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's
I remember you said you are in the middle of it, and I was thinking, yeah, of course, it's quite understandable. And I think it's a good decision to wait until you get better so we can both give our 100%,
yeah.
because that's also caring for ourselves and also caring for others then.
Yeah, and it really makes me realize how much in the past when I was younger I would
Ah,
override my own sense of self to
ah,
accommodate other people, to
yeah,
please people, to
yeah,
get their
yeah. But
approval.
then they don't really get to know who you really are. So when you do something, for example, my work is in the organizational psychology field, and so I observe people while they are working and how are they doing their stuff and how they are operating that way. And I observed that when we show ourselves to be someone different than who we are at work, and we say, oh, I can do this, I'm like this, I'm extroverted, and in some extreme cases, I can speak this language, although I really can't. But when we show something that who we really don't, then we get into a situation where, for example, we are getting exhausted, so we cannot pretend, or be that kind of pretended person anymore, or some situation comes up that hits us, and something like the true us is coming out that could be surprising then to our environment, because so far we thought we showed that we are someone else. And so it's a bit funny, and also it's a bit sad, I think, because why not we show who we really are from the beginning?
Yeah,
Easy to say, harder to do. Yeah, I know.
why can't we do it? What is that about? Like, and I'm still reflecting on I of how many times in the past I have said yes when I should have said no.
Yeah.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course, yes. And actually, how many times have you done it? I am pretty sure whoever's listening or watching would have said yes when they really meant no.
Yeah, yeah. I cannot really recall those situations, because I think I make myself believe that I mean yes. So I just need to go dig in me first and realize that I mean no, and then I can tell the other person, oh, I was pretending and I was saying yes, but I was meaning no. Yeah, that's, I think it's pretty typical thing. It can be because, you know, just you want to prove yourself. I want to prove myself that I can do it. I'm part of this. And what we always talk with people who are filling out a personality test at us, and I see sometimes the tendencies that they are showing someone else in a workplace than who they really are, and I see in these little scales that they have, and I always say, yeah, maybe it would be very unusual how you behave as like a leader, manager, as you are outside, that you know, other than you take on a role like that, you think a really good leader or manager behaving. But I always say that let's make it a try. Just try it out. How could you solve your situations and problems with your true authentic thinking and mind and self and behavior? Why not be like a you know, like a spooky leader? Why not, if you are a spooky character? I mean, within the frame that you have, but
Yeah.
why not? I
Yeah,
say,
why that is, it's like, why? I don't think we got I don't know if we've got the answers. But
yeah.
it's really good to explore. I think I'll give you an example of when being a single parent,
Uh-huh.
I definitely used to overcompensate.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, the motivation to
when I
overcompensate.
really
Yeah.
should have said uh boundaries, like no,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
it
Oh
being
yeah, when you overdo something, or yet you're already exhausted or something like that.
yeah, when your kids are saying, can I have this? Can I have this? And it's like,
Uh-huh. Oh,
oh, okay.
nearby. Yeah.
No, and it's
Yeah,
I think as a
you
parent, a lot
know.
many of us might do that.
Mhm.
Um,
Some, yeah, and sometimes I feel that when we are already disappointed in a way in certain
oh,
people or in certain situations or in ourselves, not to mention,
yeah,
well,
maybe I
we're
thought I
not
was,
really trying, I think, to
yeah, maybe that
come in. Yeah.
overcompensation I've just realized is
Hmm.
I'm disappointed that I didn't make the relationship work and felt
Hmm.
sorry for the kids.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that became your go-to, how you behave, how you handle it, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I wasn't being really honest with myself, and that's when I take myself down.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah. And
So
and
thank God for
sometimes,
thank goodness
yeah,
for the avatar tools that I could work through that
yeah,
actually,
yeah,
because all that beating
because
yourself up is really like,
yeah, I think it's really important to find the reasons, first of all, why do we behave that way, and how can we do better? And if we would do
yeah,
better, what would be that way for us? And we always have to find the answer for us. No one can say the answers
yeah.
instead of us.
So we're not open to making a mistake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I think also social norms are there, that you know, we should behave this way or that way. Yeah, like this is a very classical, when you meet a stranger on a street, you usually don't talk to them. And also just might have like a mind rush is like also when you see someone in a role, like you go to the supermarket and you go cashier, and it's a cashier, it's sometimes it's hard to say, but it's not a person, but it's a cashier, and you have the transaction with her or him that you always have, but you maybe don't go further because that's the norm, that's how we do it. And
Mm.
then, oh, okay, I can maybe do something else here, or just ask how is your day. And I noticed that in America, compared to Europe, they do it more. but I also noticed that maybe that's kind of a habit rather than a sincere thing. I don't know, I'm not sure, but it can be then it going to you know, like a habit kind of thing.
Yeah, I think not being open, I mean, not being open or real, is
Yeah,
it's like a protection. We want to protect ourselves from
yeah,
from
yeah, yeah. And also, you
whatever it
know,
is.
I can say that in life we can operate pretty much on basic, on robot mode. Like, I don't want to be sound disappointing, but it's possible, and I think I can live my day like that, and I think many people can live their day like that. And I also now in my mind I connect this to the work. For example, people who don't really love their work and not passionate about their work, they just live their days through,
I
especially
did
the
that.
weekdays.
I
The
did that.
weekends, maybe they are more themselves, but weekday, we can pretty much operate on automatic,
No, it's
shall I
that's so
say.
true.
Yeah,
23 years I was in doing a, you know, I was very grateful for the business and working, but it wasn't me. So, and
yeah,
I did go on automatic. We joke about it now.
yeah.
It was like a zombie,
And
but
speaking
walking through the
of the
street.
nature, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of the nature that we did before, how does it feel like? It feels like winter. It exactly feels like winter. Do you feel summer in yourself? No.
That's really no, you do feel
I'm a
like
little bit like dry,
you
isn't
haven't
it?
got a spring in your step, have you? If you're not doing something,
Yeah.
if you're doing work that you love, it's not work anymore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's all
Yeah,
about a
that's the other thing. Yeah, it's a label, whatever we call it. We can call it work, we can call it passion, vocation. I like the
yeah.
vocation, hivatás in Hungarian. Also another word than munka, work in Hungarian is munka.
So
Yeah,
what would we say to the audience or the listeners today to maybe if they're feeling like that, what would you say?
dry, if they feel dry or like automatic,
Yeah, if they're full on
live
automatic,
a little, I would say,
however
live a
label
little.
or like what is it? Same job, different day. Same
Exactly.
job, different day.
And
If you
same routines. Also, you know, we have the other routines in our days. Yeah, I don't want to really talk about it that much, but what should I say? Live a little. I think little is very important, that
yeah,
maybe you just start to change a little, like do something. I love this exercise, by the way. Put something in your calendar right now that you would know that you will love to do. Do it tomorrow, or do it the weekend, or do it next week on Monday.
I'm
Do
trying to think
something that
I'm
you
actually
would
trying to
know.
think what would I want to do in the I would like to go in a boat on a lake.
Okay,
And I
that
might
sounds
like
kind
that.
of a plan that should need a little bit of organization.
Now I have to show up for that. Go
Yeah,
try
yeah.
and find
But
a I think I've got
that's not quite a small thing that I was thinking of. It
oh
was like, you know, get your nails done, or I don't know, get an ice cream, or I don't know, spend 10 minutes in the night, I don't know, with on a face mask, or just
yeah.
listening your favorite music and just listening to that,
And
or sit in your sorry, just mind rush really. Just sit in your balcony like for 10 minutes, enjoy yourself. Something like this. Soak the
yeah.
sun, and that's it.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to be if I could tell my younger self, if I could look back and say to my
Mhm,
younger self to do something, I would have said now
mhm,
you need to slow down and you need to take some time for yourself. You need to take some time for yourself. And I
mm,
would tell myself, okay, go and have an afternoon off for yourself.
yeah,
And you can do things for free. You can
yeah,
go for a walk in the countryside, you can go for a walk by the sea, or you can go and have a look. If you're living in a city, go to a museum you've never seen before, or go and
yeah.
see.
Yeah, and shall I say another thing for those of us who are a little bit perfectionist and wants to be always useful with their time? It's not a luxury. It's not a luxury, it's an investment. It is
Right.
an investment.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because afterwards you will be so much happier, so much more vivid and enthusiastic.
yeah, because also you think you're doing it for other people sometimes, and actually you're not. You're making it not, it's not for other people because they're just looking at someone that's miserable doing their work and I've got to do this and I've got to do that. Whereas
The work when you overwork yourself and
yeah.
overdoing it. Yeah.
So
Actually,
really,
no. Yeah.
really,
No.
ultimately coming back to the topic is we need to
Yeah.
be real with ourselves first. That's the first stop.
Yeah. 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 And be with ourselves, not just real with ourselves, but be with ourselves. That's helping to be real with ourselves.
Yeah. And sometimes it could be even making new friends.
Mhm. Yeah.
Go and join a new club, do a new sport, change,
Yeah.
make,
Socializing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That
yeah,
can be a
yeah.
huge thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're not gonna get anywhere just by sitting around at home.
Yeah, I had such a major difference in my day yesterday when I was beginning my day with three of, I must say, the cutest CEOs I ever met. And I began my morning with them, and we had a 2-hour meeting. And it was afterwards, I felt so good.
Yeah,
So, my heart was full. I was
uplifted.
motivated to
Yeah,
keep going, and
yeah.
I was, yeah, just,
That's what I
yeah.
did similar thing last year. I joined a women in business network.
Uh-huh.
And at first I was a little bit reserved and I was like, oh, I'm not sure. But actually it is. I come away from every meeting once a month in our local area, women in business, and it's very uplifting and listening to people's personal stories. So that I made some new friends. That's cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're ready to finish.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Did you
Yeah.
did you see my mind or
Well, I don't want to bore everyone, but keep talking.
now that's, I think, a very, very interesting thing to say.
Next time we'll talk about
I
that.
hope we are enjoyable. I hope that you, everyone who just listened to it or watched it, because it's on YouTube too, you enjoyed it, and we hope that it evoked some kind of thoughts or feelings in you. And
I hope
yeah,
someone,
this is our goal with the podcast.
yeah, if you can,
Really,
one person can take something away that's positive, I think that,
yeah,
no,
that's already a win
yeah.
for us. And also the thing that we do it's already great.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for listening, everyone, or watching.
Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Bye.